I'm Sierra. And, all right. Yep. I'm Sierra, and this is Molly, and we are Cultivate Balance. And we are here to build individual and collective resilience through Ayurvedic lifestyle design as a key strategy for growing our capacity to embody the just and sustainable world that we know is possible. So we have a big mission here that we are calling forth. And to do that, we provide Ayurvedic education and consultations that are intended to support you and your community to nurture yourself so that you can nurture the world. And if you haven't already visited our website, definitely come check us out at cultivatebalance.com and also at cultivate.balance on social media. If you're not already following along, we post lots of educational content there. So join us if you haven't. So that's a little bit about us. And Molly's going to give us a little overview of what the purpose of the Reset for Resilience is, which is what we are here to talk about tonight.
All right. The Reset for Resilience is a 4-week program centered around a 5-day detox. And it's really designed to improve digestion, enhance immunity, and promote clarity. It's an ideal way to support your body to do its best in terms of digestion, immunity, energy, all of these things that we're all striving for. To support our body to do its best while also creating meaningful space for inspiration, restoration, and reflection. So the Reset for Resilience is so much more than a cleanse in that regard, because it's really about not only nourishing the body, but also how can we nourish and rejuvenate the spirit through rest and inspiration and, things that make it a little more holistic. And ultimately, we do this because your collective wellness matters. Your wellness matters in the collective, and we really value collective wellness. We know that when you are taking care of yourself, you're better able to show up for your family, the community, the planet, for the things that you care about. You're able to show up with greater capacity and enthusiasm and love. And that really stems from how we care for ourselves. We really believe that there is this ripple out effect that starts with us. And it starts with you, and it starts with all of you being on this call tonight to decide how you want to move forward to care for yourself. So please know that your choice to slow down and look within and love yourself more and nourish your body and pull out the toxins is a real act of care that's ultimately going to allow you to show up in ways that you might not even imagine. Sierra just lost her internet, so you'll be with me for a little while and maybe we'll get her back on. She's calling in from a Mexico City storm. So let's talk about the method of the Reset for Resilience. First, we eliminate toxins. That's kind of the main component of spring cleansing, to eliminate toxins. We do this with a light and nourishing diet, plus a series of traditional self-care practices that pull toxins out from their root and support the flow of toxins out of the body. And we explain the theory, the how, and the why of all of that within the program. The next part of the method of the Reset for Resilience is to soothe excess doshas. We all have Vata, Pitta, and Kapha within us. And typically one or more of those doshas is elevated at any given time, be it related to the season, related to stressors, related to diet. Any number of things can cause the doshas or the elements within us to increase and become imbalanced. When we do a reset, we can balance all of the doshas by taking a more tridoshic diet, and that will help prevent toxins from accumulating moving forward, which is important. The method of the reset is also to bolster Agni, or digestive fire. So we do this by cultivating a sense of hunger, to invigorate your digestive fire, which actually support the elimination of toxins as well as the soothing of doshas. It really sets you up for success and long-term wellness moving forward, because digestive fire is at the center of all subsequent wellness. If you are digesting, absorbing, and assimilating your food into nutrients, you're not having toxic buildup continuing, and you're also nourishing your tissues more deeply, and things are flowing such that your body is able to heal and repair more efficiently. All of that stems from your digestive fire. So in the Reset for Resilience, we bolster digestive fire so that you can move forward beyond the reset and feel invigorated in that way, and feel the wellness that radiates from having strong, healthy digestion. And the last component of the method of the Reset for Resilience is to rejuvenate. In Ayurveda, all cleansing is actually about creating an opportunity for rejuvenation. Rejuvenation is a very building energy. It's a very nourishing energy. It's very life-giving energy, but we can't build on toxins. So we have to clear those out. We have to balance our doshas so that when we start to build and rejuvenate, we have a really strong and healthy foundation to then enhance our immunity, experience deeper rest, more creativity, more motivation. All of these things come from feeling truly rejuvenated, but we can't truly rejuvenate until we have cleansed our bodies just a bit. Does anyone have any questions about anything that I've mentioned so far? Next, I'm going to get into an overview of the 4 weeks of the program. But if you do have a question, please just type it into the chat. Okay, I'll keep going. I'll keep answering your questions preemptively, hopefully. Okay, so in the Reset for Resilience, it's a 4-week program. This is something that has evolved since some of you have joined us in the past when it was a 3-week program. Now it's a 4-week program because the 4th week is really going to give us an opportunity to emphasize rejuvenation. Rejuvenation is something that you can totally do alongside your normal life. It's just really good, like really yummy recipes, things that are going to help your body build immunity and things like that. So week 1 is preparation. Week 2 is cleansing. Week 3 is reintegration. And like I said, week 4 is rejuvenation. All of these components are equally important to have an effective cleanse. And that means a cleanse that feels good, a reset that feels good after you're done, and like months and weeks after, right? You know, sometimes we do like, people do like a juice cleanse or something, and they feel really good for a couple of days, and then they feel really bad. We have devised a 4-part program that will really carry you through. And that is why it's 4 parts, because it makes for a much more lasting impact. So week 1 is preparation. Week 1 is super low key. You don't have to do anything before we begin week 1 on April 10th, because you're going to show up and that's when you'll see the shopping list. That's when we'll recommend that you start ordering supplies online, setting up your space. And the other thing that you'll do to prepare in week 1 is to slowly remove some key items out of your diet. That means tapering back on caffeine. That means slowly cutting out alcohol, things like that, that are going to make your cleansing much more effective. But again, preparation is low key. You can do that. You can organize in those ways while you're just going about your day-to-day life. It's not, it's a very reasonable time commitment to make that happen. Week 2 is cleansing. And cleansing is actually only 5 days. During this time, you're going to eat a very simplified diet of khichdi, mung soup, juices, and broths. We'll also offer herbal tea recommendations, and specific self-care practices that you can integrate for every day of cleansing. We do recommend taking at least some of the days of cleansing off of work if possible. If not possible, there is a way to participate in the Reset for Resilience in a lighter capacity, and that is also something that we have addressed newly in the updated Reset for Resilience. We kind of have two tracks, one for those who have a little more spaciousness and a little more time and energy to go deeper, and one for those who are looking to do a reset alongside their day-to-day life and just really get what they can out of it. So that is cleansing, a mono diet, and self-care practices for 5 days. 2 of those 5 days are scheduled over a weekend, just to help with creating a little more time and space. Week 3 is about reintegration. This is when you're going to intentionally weave items back in, foods and activities that feel good to you. You're going to weave them back in on purpose. Right? So rather than saying, okay, I finished my khichdi cleanse, like I'm going to get pizza and beer tonight. We're going to say, okay, you can have pizza and beer soon, but let's rekindle the digestive fire and let's weave things back in a little more slowly than that, so that you're really craving, so that you feed your body the things that you want to crave moving forward. The things that we eat right at the end of a cleanse are the things that our body craves the most. So we're going to invite you and guide you to be intentional about that reintegration process, so that by the end of week 3, your digestive fire is robust and you're eating all of the things that you want to be eating and you have the capacity to digest them. If we rush through reintegration, it can really diminish digestive fire. And as you know, part of the method, part of the purpose of the Reset for Resilience is to cultivate digestive fire. So we'll give you the tools to keep paying attention and kindling your digestive fire. Week 4 is newly added to the program. It's rejuvenation. This is something that we've always included in the reset, but typically we've just said, okay, your 21 days are over, go forth and integrate rejuvenation practices in whatever way you can. This time, we're just going to stick around with you for another week while you integrate those practices, which include like really delicious recipes with dates and honey and saffron and almonds, all of the best foods that are so deeply nourishing to the tissues, because by week 4, rejuvenation, you will have the digestive capacity to really break down those heavier foods and receive the ojas, tejas, and prana, the subtle essences, and also more tangible benefits like energy, immunity. All of those things start to come with rejuvenation. So let's chat about the delivery of the Reset for Resilience. This is, as you may know by now, a virtual program with 4 live calls at the beginning of each week. So that means you can join us from wherever you are. You can join us from whatever time zone you're in, and we can kind of work to connect with you. There's an online portal that we use. It's like a course platform. So when you log into your account, once you've signed up for the Reset for Resilience, you'll have access to our ebook for the Reset for Resilience, which tells you the how and why of everything. It's beautiful. It has beautiful photos throughout and tables and information to just really make sure that you feel clear and grounded in the intention of the program and what is possible for you. That is all laid out in the ebook. Within the course portal, you'll also find simple recipes, fun shopping lists, daily routine checklists, how-to videos where Sierra or I will walk you through each of the recommended practices. And those practices include ancient self-care practices of the ancient self-care practices of Ayurveda. So we're going to show you how to do them, and we'll tell you how they're supporting your body, especially in the cleansing process. And we also have an interactive Telegram group, which is a private group app where people are sharing their experience, asking questions as they go throughout the 4-week program. And Sierra and I are right there with all of you to answer questions and to just be present for your experience. We found that people love this group aspect. It really supports with accountability. It's really helpful to know on days that you're struggling with something or confused about a recipe that someone else is too, and that it can actually be resolved pretty quickly. And we're really here for that. So we hope that you enjoy that aspect as well. And you'll also receive daily emails for every day of the program that kind of remind you what recipe you're going to make that day, what practice you're going to do, where to find everything. It's all laid out just to keep it super organized. Every day, you know exactly where you need to go. Streamlined is the word I was looking for. So you'll get one email for every day of the program. And as I mentioned, we also have weekly live calls every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time. All of those calls will be recorded and uploaded into the course platform. And what else did I want to say about those weekly live calls? Oh, yes. We use those calls as an opportunity to orient you to each new phase of the program. So we have a call that is about preparation. We have a call to prepare you for cleansing. We have a call to prepare you for reintegration. And we have a call to set you up for success in rejuvenation. So in addition to the private group app, you can also bring your questions to those live calls and we will address them in real time.
I'm back here and I want to add something real quick.
Where are you? Oh my gosh, come on out.
Hey everyone, I'm back. I was just gonna mention, we send a daily email, but it doesn't mean that there's like a bunch of tasks that you have to do every day. It's like we're just sort of leading you through, giving you inspiration, especially during the preparation phase. That's really, I'm not sure if Molly mentioned, but it's a time where you're doing things over a period of 9 days. And it's not like each individual day has a bunch of specific tasks that you have to do on it. It's really just the 5 days of the actual focused cleansing that you're focusing on doing exactly what we say on those days. So I just wanted to clarify that so that it doesn't feel like, oh my goodness, this is 28 days of like things that are going to take up all my time. They're really just like guidance, inspiration, and reminders for most of the days other than those 5 main days of cleansing.
Yes.
So hopefully that is any concerns about, you know, we know that you're busy and you need, you know, that you have a life outside of this experience.
And yes, thank you for that clarification. And I did also mention that we've evolved the program so that there's kind of 2 tracks that you can take. So if you feel like I want to cleanse with Ayurveda, I want to learn some new practices, but I can't take time off work, how can I participate? There is a way to participate that we will explain. And if you feel like I want to take time off work and just like see how much I can do, that is an option for you as well. And throughout the program, we will always remind you to meet yourself where you are, to do what you have the capacity to do, and to not push yourself beyond that. This is a program that is designed to ease stress in some ways and not create it. So if there are any things coming up for you where you're like, this is too much or seems like too much, you know, come connect with us because we'll help you find your way. Sierra, do you want to chat about the next section?
Sure, yeah. So this round, this is, we've been doing the reset now for a number of years, and we've realized that there are some folks who want to really go deeper, who want to go all in, get a lot of one-on-one support. And so this This reset, we're offering something new, which is a custom reset upgrade. And that would mean that you would get to meet with one of us every week for a specific appointment. It might be like a 45-minute to an hour-long appointment where we really understand your unique Ayurvedic constitution so that we can work from there, start there, and also understand what imbalances you might be uniquely experiencing, and really get to the root of your unique cravings and challenges. And then we would start to work on custom recommendations for oils and herbs and foods so that you don't have to figure those things out on your own. And we can really sort of customize the actual experience for you. And then we will also work together one-on-one on personalized systems and structures for accountability. We absolutely love, as we call it, Ayurvedic lifestyle design. And we love to sit down with people and create calendars, whether that's monthly, weekly, seasonally, and daily, to support you to create routines and structures that align with the cosmic cycles, that align with your life uniquely. And that's something that might take a little more teasing out, and that's something that we would do in these 4 one-on-one appointments. So when you go to register, take note if you want to upgrade with that option, because it's a really, if you're like all in and ready to level up, this is a really, really great way to do that. And we're only taking 6 people this time around, so it's definitely limited space. So if that's of interest to you, you want to get in there earlier and just make sure that you do that.
Yeah, thank you, Sierra. So we've given you an overview. We've talked about the method of the reset, the purpose, how it's delivered, and now we want to know, what are you curious about? Given that information, have you had any other curiosities arise, or are there questions that we haven't addressed? You are welcome to unmute or type them into the chat box. Unless we just answered them all, my goodness. I don't know why I'm blurry.
Did we talk about get curious at all while folks are thinking of their questions? Yeah, another aspect of the reset is something that we like to call get curious, and this is optional. We have a set of podcasts as well as reflection questions that are all focused on situating your individual wellness inside of collective wellness, and really understanding why your wellness matters for the world can really, really help inspire you to go deeper in your process, right? When you know that you taking the time to go inward and focus on you and slow down and be really, really intentional actually is something that ripples out into have an impact on the whole world and bring more balance into your family, your community, the planet. It can really, it's a much more fulfilling experience. And so we've collected some of our just absolute favorite inspiring podcasts from some really powerful visionaries that are really supportive for that journey, if that's something that interests you. Yay, I saw Lori said, so excited to do this. Yay, we're so excited to have you. And Leah says, we'll be offering the program again this year. With what you said about taking time off work, I know the April timing won't be good for me. Yeah, so we offer the program every April and October, right at the seasonal transitions. So it's really, Ayurvedically speaking, cleansing at the seasonal transitions is the most important time. We're clearing out the dosas that have accumulated through the recent season. So right now we're clearing out accumulated doshas from winter, and then in October we'll be clearing out accumulated doshas, pitta dosha, from summer. So you can look forward to that, and yeah, be scheduling that in as early as you can.
Something else to consider, Leah, is that we offer a self-guided version of the program. So if
Mm.
you wanted to cleanse in the spring and you know that April isn't great, but May is, you're welcome to have access to the program. All the calls will be recorded. You'll still get the daily email updates and all of those things, but you'll just be a little more solo on that journey. A lot of people do that every time. There are people that want to cleanse and just need to be on their own schedule. So that is totally an option as well.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
So how that works, Leah, if you or anyone decides to do a self-guided version of the program, you'll just email us, you'll enroll, and then you'll email us and tell us what day you would like to start day one of preparation, day one of your program, and we will make sure that you are set up to receive the proper notifications for that. So just keep in mind, the first 9 days are preparation, and it's that second part that is 5 days of cleansing. So it's really around like day 10 of the program that you want to make sure you can block out some time when you're considering your schedule.
Mhm. Mhm.
Other
Lori,
questions about that? Go ahead.
Lori's asking, what is the base cost for ingredients? Can we guess? And this is interesting because it does vary according to where you are. And there are ingredients that are optional, or like supplements that are optional. And it also varies based on like how much food you're going to eat. If you're going like the deeper route and planning on really kindling Agni by eating less. But I think you would want to set aside $100
Mm-hmm.
for the food and some of the basic supplements that
Mm-hmm.
that like triphala is really the main one.
I think and maybe even 200. And basically, if you want to do things very simply when it comes to like the juice and broth components, you can buy just like a simple organic orange juice for a few dollars, or you could go to your local juice store and buy like a custom juice for $9. So if you veer to the more cost effective methods of buying ingredients in bulk, buying really simple produce, you totally can do it for around $100. And I think if you want to give yourself a little spaciousness to throw a little luxury in there, maybe anticipate 200.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Felicia is saying, is this cleanse good if you've been diagnosed with dysbiosis? And I would say yes. And the only thing is like maybe doing less basmati rice just from a glucose standpoint. But absolutely great with for dysbiosis. Also less like sweet juices if that's the case.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and I'm saying supplement. She's also asking, what are the main supplements you recommend in the program? And supplements is maybe the wrong word. Actually, when I think of supplements, I think about like, extracted vitamins that go, that people are taking. This is the main supplement that we recommend that you buy is an Ayurvedic herb. It's actually a blend of 3 fruits called triphala. And that is really the main one. And then we have a couple of optional herbal blends that are good for, so triphala is for cleansing specifically. It's really about cleansing the digestive tract. And that's what we're here to do. And if you also want to kindle your digestive fire, there is a herbal blend called Trikatu that we recommend as an optional quote unquote supplement, but you don't have to buy that one. Am I forgetting any other? We don't really have any other like supplements, right? It's mostly food based.
Yeah,
Yeah,
correct. And body oils, we recommend things like that.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Other questions? And just to go back to the investment of the program, some of the things that you will be investing in will be like body oil, a tongue scraper if you don't already have them, they will be things that will last you and support your Ayurvedic lifestyle beyond the program. It's not just like you're buying a bunch of single use stuff and then it's done.
Right. Yeah. And that kind of goes for all of the aspects of the program, right? Like you're going to be learning practices that carry forward into your life. You're going to be learning to cook recipes that you'll carry forward into your life. And so it's like you're not just focusing on one like lifestyle for these 28 days and then reverting back. You're really learning to integrate Ayurveda into your daily life, which is really fun and supportive for your longevity and your long-term vitality. So yeah.
It is fun and supportive.
Mm-hmm.
Who else has questions? Betsy, did you have any questions? Anything that we didn't cover?
No, I think I'm good. The information as far as like the deep dive goes versus a modified version, did that exist in the fall and I just wasn't paying? Oh, it's new. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna provide some sort of like 2 different tracks for you.
Okay.
Yeah, because
the custom. She's asking about the custom.
No, I'm talking about the 2 different tracks.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, we'll give you just sort of like a general idea as to how to adapt to which track you choose. Yeah, because we did notice that, you know, if you're really trying to continue being in your life and you have all your daily responsibilities still, it's really too much to try to integrate everything and really kindle your Agni by restricting your consumption of food. It can be a little bit disorienting or dysregulating. So we have some ways to support yourself if you're continuing with your responsibilities in life, and then or if you're recovering from illness or, you know, anything like that, any sort of weakness.
And it's really just a way to set people up for success, because otherwise everyone comes in kind of feeling like they want to go as deep as they can, and then partway through they're kind of like, wait, I didn't take time off work, or like just can start to feel a little overwhelmed. And so this is our way of offering the tools up front to make sure that everyone is able to engage with the program in a way that works for them. It's not, Ayurveda isn't all or nothing. It's like always somewhere in between.
That is right. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you.
All right, Lori. She has to boogie.
Bye, Lori. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. So happy that you're coming along for the journey. Naomi says, I would not be able to take time off of work during this period, but I generally fast until 2 to 3 p.m. anyway. Do you think I will be able to participate with your schedule given my own rhythm? Yeah. What do you think, Molly, about fasting until 2 to 3 p.m.?
Well, Ayurveda would say if you are going to do intermittent fasting, that the meal to skip is actually dinner, because when the sun goes down, digestive fire goes down. So we would probably encourage you to eat a little bit earlier in the day if that felt possible. And if it doesn't feel possible, there are ways to eat the existing recipes on the schedule that you have, and those recipes alone will be supportive. And the timing, dialing in the timing a little more, will just like add a layer of potency to what you're doing.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, we're really, really excited to offer this form of cleansing everyone, because it is truly something that provides lasting wellness. It's something that's going to help you orient in your life to a schedule that is rooted in the rhythms of nature. There's so much you'll learn about the timing of things, as Molly is mentioning. Different doshas are present at different times of day. And so that means that there's different sort of elemental energies that can support us when we leverage them to really deepen our wellness, to really feel our absolute best. And this is a nuance in life that when you really get into it, it starts to become really fun to nerd out on it. And so, this is beyond a cleanse in that way, where you're really learning about lifestyle design. And there might be some profound shifts that actually have you feeling better than you've ever felt, which is exciting.
And the thing about aligning with the natural rhythms at play is it actually makes us like more efficient because our bodies are operating on a schedule that makes sense to them. And as a result, our energy levels are more consistent. Our digestion is more consistent. All of these things that we otherwise might be fighting against when we're trying to adhere to a schedule that doesn't actually work for our bodies. Ayurveda has figured out the schedule because actually nature figured out the schedule, and we're just mirroring that. And that is why it works so well.
Yeah.
Another question.
Yeah. Oh, she's saying that makes sense. I can eat early and not fast and change things. I just wasn't sure if there was a specific schedule I need to follow since I'll be working Thursday and Friday. There's a recommended schedule that, as Molly said before, it's really meet yourself where you are. If your work schedule does not allow you to eat at these certain times, then of course, be flexible with yourself. The foods are, like soupy khichdi and mung soup. And we love to recommend putting that in a thermos and bringing it with you to work. There's some ways to kind of integrate it into your schedule as well.
And also within the 5 days of cleansing, often we recommend integrating one of the new self-care practices in the morning. But if that doesn't fit into your work schedule, you can do those things in the evening or the afternoon or toward the end of the day. We have a suggested order of events, and there's absolutely room to move things around to make them work for you.
Yeah. So it seems like if there's no other questions, we can wrap it up here right on time. We're so grateful that everyone joined this evening. We really, really hope that you will just join us for this time. If not, join us in October. Mention it to any friends that you have that you think would be supported by it. We are so, so, so honored to get to share this work with you all. And we've really, really been dialing in and refining the program every time we offer it. So it's really, it's in a place right now that is so, so powerful that we can say with confidence that it will make a real difference for you. So.
Absolutely. And we designed the reset because this is the cleanse that we would want to do and that we do for ourselves as Ayurvedic practitioners. So it means a lot to share it with you. And we're so grateful to all of our returners, to Betsy and everyone else who has already signed up. We love building this community with you. So thank you very much.
Have a beautiful evening, everyone.
Good night.
Bye.
Take care. Have a beautiful week.
You too. Bye.